Hey guys, it's your girl Love to Shop Down to Save, and I literally had to sit down for a minute because I took on a task that was not on my things to do list, and I'm contemplating right now whether that was the right thing to do. So let me explain. The last couple of days, I have been literally binging on Christmas put away videos. Oh my gosh. I mean, these videos are freaking awesome because it's like you're watching, everything being put away in less than 15 minutes, but it just feels like you could, I don't know, for a minute there, you lose touch with reality and you're like, yeah, let me start that at 3 o'clock in the morning. And I almost did that. And my husband was like, you realize that it's going to take you a long time to put that away. And it's not going to be 15 minutes. And I was just like, you know what? Yeah, he's right. It's going to take me a long time. So I was like, okay, I'm going to put the tree away and everything else after the 6th, because that's usually what I do. But I literally decided to change the placemat settings on my dining room table, and literally I just kept pulling stuff down, and before you know it, I was outside pulling stuff from outside, and I literally have the main room looking like the aftermath of a tornado, only it was Christmas decor. So I was like, let me sit for a moment, because now stage 2 is pulling out all the boxes from the garage and putting that stuff away. So I was like, should I have done this? But I'm glad I did, because I have a super busy week, and I figured, you know what, let me just get it over with and just get it done, because honestly, I hate putting stuff off. When I was in my mid-20s, late 20s, I was a super procrastinator. OMG. I would literally leave things for the last minute. And I remember one Christmas year, I literally left my tree up until March. And I remember the look on the faces of anyone that would knock on my door, or company that would come over, and they would just be looking at me like, are you okay? Seriously, it's March and your stuff for Christmas is still up. So yes, I was sort of myself. I would never leave my tree past January, and I've been really good about that for quite some time. But this year I was a little bit late into setting up my tree, so I guess that's why I was like, do I really want to pull this stuff down? But I figured, if it doesn't get done this week, then, I'm kind of going to fall into that mid-January, and then, I don't ever want to be in that situation where I have my tree up in March. So yeah. So that was about it. So I figured I would just sit down and relax and kind of come and talk to you guys, and, just kind of let you guys know what was on my mind, and some of the things that I plan for 2017. So I can start off by saying that 2016 was a great year. I consider every year great that I am alive and my family is alive and we're okay. Because honestly, it's not until you lose a loved one and you experience death and the loss that you really come to understand that statement. Otherwise, it just becomes very cliche, and like I said, it just takes on a whole new meaning when you actually go through loss. And not every moment, every day is promised. And when you begin to see life like that, you realize, how fortunate we are. And that doesn't mean that every now and then I don't need to remind myself, because I'm normal, I'm human, and we all get caught up in that. But I'm just here to let you know that comparison is, and I've learned this over experience, comparison is the greatest thief of happiness. When you compare your life to other people's lives, you rob yourself of really seeing how blessed you are and appreciating what you have. And that's really hard when we're living in a world where there's so much competition in that way, especially when you're on YouTube and you see a lot of videos. And sometimes it's even like, cleaning your house videos, and you see people's homes and you're just like, wow, it's very easy to get caught up in that. And I'm just here to tell you, be grateful for what you have. Yeah, there's so many people that are going to have more, but there are so many people that have less. And it's just important for us to remind ourselves of that. And everybody's normalcy or sense of what's normal is different. Some families are loud, that's their normal. Some families are really quiet. That's their normal. Everyone's idea and perception of normal is different. And I think where we get into problems and into trouble is when we begin to compare our normalcy with someone else's, or compare theirs to ours, because it's going to be different. And that's what makes everyone unique and special. Maybe your house is loud and disorganized, but maybe there is such a great sense of love in that home and of peace, that maybe in somebody else's house it's really quiet and everybody looks so well behaved. Maybe there is tension in that house. Maybe there is a lack of peace or a lack of unity. So you really don't know what people are going through behind closed doors. There are some people that are so good at putting on an act, and they can put a smile on their face and look like the world is going their way, and they are just on cloud nine, and be hurting and suffering inside. And I can tell you this because I have been there. I have done that. And I know if I have done it, there's people out there that do it. Not everybody wears, is an open book. Not everybody feels comfortable, being able to share in their downfalls. That's a sense of vulnerability that not everybody is comfortable in sharing. And so I guess the message that because I was praying and I was kind of reflecting, and I think that's the message that I am taking with me into 2017 is forget about what other people's lives are like and focus on your own. Water your grass, because where you water it, it's going to be greener. Don't worry about what's on the other side of the fence, because it doesn't pertain to you. And whether somebody else is doing something right or they're doing something wrong, it's not going to change your course or what's going on in your life. If you are being mean to someone, stop. Because what you put out in the world and in the universe, it comes back. And it may not come back in the same form that you sent it out. But make no mistake about it, it comes back. And for those of you who are being kind and are helping other people and supporting other people, thank you. Thank you for being different. Thank you for being able to do what is not the norm and what other people normally don't do. And maybe, you feel like it goes overlooked or unappreciated. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you to all those who are helping others and being kind and teaching your children to be kind. Because honestly, it's the future of our world. The world that we are going to leave for our children and their children. And I don't believe that we should just, throw in the towel. I believe that things are only going to get better if it starts at home. And a lot of kids grow into adults and they grow up with problems because of things that stemmed from the home. And so, yeah. So that's about it, guys. I know that was quite a mouthful and I guess an earful for you guys that were listening. But I hope that my message has maybe helped somebody, maybe, touched you or whoever, any one of you out there in a way that that you needed, and maybe you needed to hear those words. But guys, I just wish each and every single one of you an amazing 2017, that you guys are going to be, happy and healthy and joyful and just living life, live life, laugh, be happy, embrace your children, hug them, tell them you love them. If you haven't spoken to your loved ones and they're afar, call them, reach out. Don't expect them to reach out. You make that move. You reach out, because life is not promised. And I'm just going to leave you guys with that. So anyway, guys, God bless you guys. See you in the next video. Bye.